UFC Fight Night Saudi Arabia, ADESANYA versus IMAVOV takes place this weekend, and this is my full card breakdown and prediction. I'll be giving you my opinion on how I feel is going to win each fight, why I feel they are going to win each fight, and how I feel they are going to win each fight. Let's get straight into it. Hamdi Abdul Wahab versus Jamal Pogues. Okay, I see Hamdi winning this fight. Mm, I don't really think there's anything much to get into right here. I mean, they are both chubby heavyweights, Jamal being more chubby than Hamdi. Hamdi being more of a physical specimen, though. We can see in some of his fights, his aggression and grit, the way he pushes forward and gets his TKOs. So I feel Hamdi is going to win this fight. I feel between the pair of them, Hamdi is the better fighter and more well-rounded. So I think I'm going to give Amdi the edge to win this fight. I see it being, if not a late round to TKO, I see it being a decision win for Hamdi. Probably Hamdi wins 2 out of 3 rounds. I don't really see Jamal Pogues really doing anything to, aside being a heavyweight landing that KO shot, I don't really see him being any threat to Hamdi. So I think this is a win for Hamdi. I'm picking him to win this fight. Moving on to the next fight on the card. This is the prelims. I'm starting from the bottom, then I'm ending with the main event. On to the next fight on the prelims. Bogdan Grad versus Lucas Alexander. Okay, I feel this would be a good fight. This should be a very entertaining fight. I mean, both of them are fighters who like to strike. Lucas being a better striker, a cleaner striker, but I feel Bogdad is also a very good striker, plus he has a very good grappling to balance things out for him. So, I mean, even if he threatens, just him threatening the takedown against Lucas, it's going to work in his favor. Plus, I feel he can get Lucas down to the mat. So, I feel Bogdan has what it takes to beat Alexander. Maybe not a finish, but I definitely see Bogdan winning this fight. Probably goes the whole 3 rounds. I guess, yeah, these are featherweights guys. Unless they decide to keep it banging on the feet, then probably someone goes out. But I see these guys going to the final bell. So I see a win for Bogdan Grad in this fight. I see him winning this fight by decision, doing what he needs to do to get done, throwing some strikes, landing punches, a lot of them, and I see him landing some kicks to going to the mat with his takedown. Even if Alexander is able to get back up, I still see him threatening the takedown, still shooting on him. Although he doesn't shoot that much, though. He's not like, I wouldn't really call him an aggressive grappler, someone that comes with a grappling game plan most times. Most times you see him use it is mostly like, okay, if things are not working on the feet for him or he's trying to change the pace, but I feel he knows what to do in these fights. So yeah, I'm going to go with Bogdan Grad. Moving on to the next fight. Jasmine Jasudavicius, okay, versus Myra Bueno Silva. I think Myra Bueno Silva is going to win this fight. This is a female flyweight fight. Oh yeah, that's true. And Bueno Silva is actually coming down, so I'm sure she's going to have the size advantage. But the thing is, so that's the problem with female MMA fights. If this was a male fight, yeah, I probably would have given Jasmine the edge because normally the lighter guys are way more skilled than the heavier guys. But I think I see Myra being physical enough, knowing what to do to win this fight. Plus, I think Myra has fought better competitions than Jasmine, so I see Myra winning this fight. It's definitely going to be a decision. We all know that we are in for another night of female fight. So yeah, it's going to be a decision, but I see Myra winning it. I just think she's going to be too much for Jasmine. Yeah, so Myra wins this fight decision. She has the size, she has the grit, she has the look. I mean, sometimes with some of these female fighters, they look so feminine, but I don't think you need to look like that in a fight. So yeah, Myra has the look. She looks like a woman that has a lot to prove. So yeah, I'm going to go with Myra Bueno Silva to win this fight. Moving on to the next fight on the card. Okay, we have my man Terence McKinney versus Demir Hadzovic. Demir Hadzovic. When last did I see Demir Hadzovic fight? I mean, I feel Terence McKinney is going to win this fight though, but I wasn't really expecting him to fight against competition like this. So yeah, I'm actually finding it strange. Bites me. What else was I expected to say? Terence McKinney is going to win this fight. It's probably going to be a finish. I see him finishing this guy. Yeah, for last fought in 2022. The fuck. Why did I say the F? I'm trying to be clean here. Don't mind me, but oh well. I think yeah, Terrence McKenna is going to do some work on this guy. And okay, his last win was in 2021, and that's crazy. That was to who? Medeiros. Who's Yanez Medeiros? I don't really know who that. I think I know who he is, but he's not that. He's not of that much important. He even lost to Renato Moicano. Okay, that was in 2020. Um, no distinct win on this guy's record. Oh. I swear, no distinct win on this guy's record. This guy is going to be Terrence McKenna might walk all over this guy. I swear. I just feel Terrence is going to be too much for him. Lands his strike, and once Terrence gets his strike going, that guy is very fast, to be honest. Not as durable as they want him to be, but his speed on the feet is crazy, man. That guy moves like a cat. So I think Terrence is going to win this fight. Probably if round one, round two TKO, yeah. That's what I'm going for. Terrence has the agility, he has the power, he has the speed. I know Demir used to be one of those fighters that had that grit though, but I don't know. I don't know what he's like right now. It's been a while since I really watched him, so I don't know what he's like right now. I don't know what he's going to perform like, but I'm believing in Terrence McKinney to win this fight. I mean, they are both coming off a lot of losses in their record. Let me look at their record. Okay, Demir has 14 wins, 7 losses. Terrence McKinney has 15 wins, 7 losses. Wow, Terrence, how have that fallen so like this shouldn't be Terrence, man. We had high hopes for this guy. It's just sad when we see a prospect who we believe would do well, would do much in the UFC, and they don't live up to the expectation. Like it's really sad. And Terrence McKenna is becoming one of those guys. So I feel he still wants to get up there. He feels he can do a lot more. So I think he's going to come in really aggressive as usual, and he's going to smoke the mayor out of the not rankings, out of the UFC. I don't know if the mayor will still be in the UFC after this, although this is his second loss, but he hasn't fought in like over 2 years. So that's real crazy right now. Oh well, Terrence McKinney wins this fight. TKO, round one, round two, stoppage, whichever you pick. Don't blame me for whoever you pick if you pick with my prediction. If you bet with my prediction, sorry. I'm just here having fun and giving you guys my opinion. I think I'm gonna make a parlay after this. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make a parlay with my pick. So yeah, I'm going to make a parlay after this, and let's see how I do after this. Guess I'll be seeing you guys on Saturday morning. Sorry, Saturday night after the fight to see how I did on my picks. Yeah, so I'm going to make a parlay after this. And if anyone else will make a parlay with my prediction, please let me know in the comments so we know what kind of mess we are getting ourselves into. I mean, it's been a while since I bet on MMA. I don't really do betting. It's not really my thing. I mean, even when I bet on the UFC or MMA or boxing, it's mostly for fun, not really to make money or something. But it just makes it more interesting when you do that. So I think I might do that for this card. It's already an amazing card, but I'm just trying to make it better. I mean, just to just to cope with the disaster we have coming on UFC 312. We'll get to that later in a different video. So moving on, sorry I diversed for too long. Moving on to the next fight on the card, we are going with Shamil the Blob Gaziev. If you know, you know. We are going with Shamil Gaziev and Thomas Peterson. Shamil is winning this fight. Who the fuck is Thomas Peterson? As in, that guy is nobody, man. Shamil is winning this fight. I think Shamil is more physical, man. I mean, one thing I like about Shamil is the way he grinds. Dude came into the sport to grind, man. He just keeps pushing. I mean, even when he's out of breath, like sometimes, sometimes it really looks like a blob, to be honest. But hell, Shamil pushes the pace sometimes, man. He comes in swinging, he comes in aggressive, like he comes in to win for a heavyweight. So, I mean, these days we really don't have that much quality heavyweights, but Shamil ain't that bad, though. I mean, let's stop talking shit about my boy Shamil. So I see Shamil winning this fight against Thomas Peterson. Peterson is not that bad. He's an okay fighter. But to be honest, okay, his last win, I think his last win was against Mo Usman, yeah. Mohammed Usman. So yeah, that was a good win for him. And he lost to Jamal Pogues. Oh my gosh. Not good, not good. Yeah, so I see Shamil. Yeah, Shamil is winning this fight. Shamil looks like he's getting better if you ask me. So yeah, I think Shamil is winning this fight. Probably a decision. Yeah, he's definitely winning a decision. So that's what I see. Shamil is going to win this fight. He's going to do what he needs to do to get his groove going, and yeah, he's going to win rounds on the judges' scorecard. And I see him winning this fight. But nah, no buts. I'm just trying to put a twist in. You know one thing about me when I go through these videos here? I like to look at every possibility and know what could happen and what couldn't happen. So yeah, I just feel Shamil has what it takes to win, to finish this guy. Finish, I'm not really sure, but it has what it takes to dominate this guy. So yeah, Shamil is winning this fight. So that's what I'm picking. Moving on to the main fight, to the main event on the prelims. Mohamed Nailov versus Kanofili. Ah, okay, I'm going to go with Naimov. I think Naimov is a more well-rounded fighter. I think Naimov. Okay, I really don't know much about these two guys, but I know Ofili was on the I think it was on the last. I don't know if it was the last, but it was on two contender series. I think maybe the last one and one before that. I know he's been on two contender series, so yeah. Um, I don't think he's. I see Naimov winning this fight. Fuck it, I'm going to go with Naimov. I don't really have much to say about that. Their fights are a little bit hazy right now in my head. So Naimov is winning this fight. Your boy Naimov is going to get it done. So I'm picking Mohamed Naimov to win a decision. I think that's the safest pick on that fight, if you ask me. That's it to the prelims. Now we are moving straight on to the main card. And the card opener, we are having Faraz Ziham versus Mike Davis. Mike Davis is winning this fight. To be honest, I think this fight has the potential to be fight of the night. Like, no jokes. If you know, you know. Like, this fight has that potential. I mean, with Faraziham style of, striking at distance and then coming in with the heavy clinch game, like his clinch game is crazy, man. And Mike Davis being able to do everything everywhere. Although I think we need to see Mike Davis tested more, if you ask me, but that's the thing. We don't see him fight enough. I think he's had some injuries, but still, like, we don't see him fight enough as a prospect. I think he should be more active. But I think he's going to win this fight. But this is going to be a very good fight. I mean, their styles actually match up well against each other, if you ask me. I feel it's going to be a very good fight. It's either going to be a three-round war or someone. I think Mike Davis might get the finish. But I have a feeling it will be a three-round war and Mike Davis will still pull out the win from somewhere. But yeah, Mike Davis wins this fight. It's going to be an amazing fight. Two skilled fighters going at it in the lightweight. Something I love to see. We know that division they deliver most of the time. So yeah, it's going to be a very good fight. But I'm going to go with Mike Davis. Mike Davis winning this fight by third round decision. Winning this fight by unanimous decision. Mike Davis, that's my pick. Moving on to the next fight on the card. Said Nomagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. Said should win this fight. I mean, he's one of the brothers, but not on the side of the cliff, not on the side of the cliff with the Nomagomedov that we know, though. I don't know why I'm changing over my words today. That's what happens when you wake up and make a video. Please endure. It's going to get better, I promise. Saeed Nomagomedov, I think he's going to win this fight. Yes, Saeed is winning this fight. I'm positive about it. But the sad part about Saeed, yeah, a lot of times, one thing we see with these grapplers, especially coming out of the mountains, the mountains of Russia, like sometimes they just do enough to win the fights and win a decision. I don't know if it's that they do enough or the other opponents just mitigate all their abilities. Or sometimes we tend to see that a lot. And I just feel Said being very good on the feet, the same with Vinicius. And I feel Vinicius mitigating. Vinicius has good scrambling too. He's got some good grappling under his belt. So yeah. I just feel this might not be a very eventful fight. Sometimes when you see two fighters and you're like, okay, this is going to be an amazing fight. These two guys match up well. They are going to bring the heat. I think this might be a bit of a boring fight. But bantamweights, they always bring it though. I don't know why I feel this way. I feel both of them might be a bit hesitant on the feet earlier on. Oliveira probably not, but yeah, they both have this style where they stay on the back foot. I think maybe because they like to fight at range or something, but Yeah, I feel that's a recipe for a boring fight. So they are both very good fighters, don't get me wrong, very talented fighters, but I think to a regular fan who just wants to come and see violence, they may decide to fight a chess match fight and this might be boring to the regular fan. But I know these are good fighters, these are top level fighters, but let's see what they bring. But I'm going to go with Said Nurmagomedov just doing enough to win each round and to win the fights. I don't really see him getting a finish on Oliveira. So yeah, I just see him doing enough. But that would be crazy if he gets a finish though. So I'm going to go with Said Nurmagomedov against Vinicius Oliveira. Said Nurmagomedov winning this fight by decision. Moving on to the next fight, Sergey the Polar Bear Pavlovich versus Jairzinho Rosenstruck. This is a mad fight. But the problem with this fight, I'm having a problem with this fight. And the problem is geography. Geography in the sense like, would Sergey be able to stay in the pocket and just throw punches and slip out of the way of Rosenstrike? You know, that's one thing Sergey is very good at. When he gets it to stay in a spot and throw punches, I mean, he doesn't really have that one punch knockout power. But when it comes to trading punches with this guy, you do not want to because everything makes mad investments. Like everything he throws lands and it causes damage. So I don't think. And Rosenstrike, yeah, sometimes you see, we don't really see him even do that. Rosenstrike is someone who likes to come in and stay out. Like he tries to bounce around, more like a poor man's version of Sirogan. But he doesn't really bounce around, more like he steps in, steps out, trying to keep himself light on the feet. Unless when he really wants to go for a finish or he's trying to, prove a point, then we see him trying to slug it out. But that's the thing. Would Sergey be able to pin Rosenstrike down? And would Rosenstrike be able to stick and move on Sergey? Who do we see really getting their game plan off in this fight? That's the question right now. I mean, the two fighters are very talented. I mean, we all know that. But whose game plan is going to stick and whose game plan is going to? I think, okay, early rounds, I think I'll probably give it to Rosenstrike. But the longer the fight, oh, it's not even a 5 round fight, it's a 3 round fight. So I think Rosenstrike has what it takes to win. But the thing about Rosenstrike, I don't think he'll be able to take much punches from my guy, and I definitely see my guy landing. Yes, he's my guy. I really want him to win, but uh I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go with Rosenstrike for this one. I think Rosenstrike knows how to keep it very light on the feet. But if he makes that mistake of going in for the finish against this guy and he's not sure about it, it's going to be a bad night for him. Oh. It's going to be a bad night for him. A very, very bad night. It's going to be a terrible night. But I think I'm still going to go with Rosenstrike. I mean, after seeing what this guy did to him on the field, I feel Rosenstrike would be able to replicate that kind of game. But who has more reach? Let me find that out real quick. Regardless, I don't think that reach plays much difference because they are both men are basically the same size, and I think I'm just going to go with Rosenstruck. Rosenstruck is winning this fight, so that's my pick. Rosenstruck has what it takes. I believe he does. Let's go, Biggie boy. I'm picking B. Oh, oh. This is a tough one right here. Like I said, I just really go over these fights before I make my picks on these videos. I don't really go over it and decide this is who I'm picking. I mean, it's more fun this way if you ask me because I'm able to think about it and share my thoughts to you guys who I feel is going to win each fight and why. I mean, I just keep on. I feel Rosenstruck has what it takes, but Sergey just has that style where he just comes in. I mean, if you're not moving right at that moment, if you just make one bad step, he knows how to capitalize on things like that. And we saw Sergey landing multiple strikes on Volkov, even though Volkov was trying to keep him away. But like Sergey would definitely land, and can Rosenstrike take it? That's my question right now. Sergey is definitely going to land a bunch of shots. I think I'm going to go with Sergey. Fuck it. Fuck going with the polar bear. Sergey is winning this fight. Let's go. I'm picking Sergey to win this fight. TKO. I mean, that's the only way. If Sergey doesn't win by TKO, Jairzinho is going to win this fight. Unless maybe Sergey drops him in a round or two. But heavyweights, you don't really see knockdowns that much. I mean, once they get wobbled, a downward spiral from there on. So I think I'm going to go with Sergey. I see Sergey landing on Jairzinho. My main reason is because Sergey fought Volkov, and Sergey was able to land on Volkov multiple strikes. So I think Sergey will be able to do that on Rosenstrike. I know Rosenstrike fights a lighter on his feet than Volkov, but Volkov manages distance very well. I mean, very, very well. And Sergey was still able to land multiple strikes on him. So I think Sergey is going to win this fight against Jairzinho. I'm picking Sergey to win this fight. TKO, probably late round two, round three. It's definitely going to be a very nasty stoppage, I feel. So I'm picking Sergey to win this fight. Let's go. Moving on to the co-main events. Sharon Nurmagomedov versus MVP. Shabadabadabadaga. Shabada. I'm sure you all know the song I'm trying to sing. I mean, we've all seen those edits. Those edits are owned by Shara and what's his name again comes out. So yeah, I think the Pirates has what it takes to win this fight. Oh no, 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 no. You know why I don't want to pick Shara right now? Why I don't think the Bullets has what it takes to beat MVP. Shara's boxing is very sus. His boxing is not what I expect it to be. And I feel someone like MVP, you can't be so kick dominant and expect to catch someone like MVP unless you throw a lot of leg kicks, which Shara doesn't. Shara isn't really a leg kicker. Like he goes to the leg, goes to the body, goes to the head. And the thing about Shara's kick here, why I've seen them landing, but I don't really see them being able to do more damage to MVPs. He flicks them most of the time. He doesn't really land them with like full power or full blast. He just flicks the kicks out there, and I don't know if that would be good for him though. I don't know that kind of kicking style, whether it would be good because MVP is still light on the feet. I mean, this is a lighter man coming up. Like he's definitely going to see everything Shara is throwing at him. MVP is not going to stay in the pockets that long to see Shara do a double back fist. Like I just feel MVP is going to be too much for this guy. I feel we might see Shara frustrated and shoot a takedown. MVP is just going to be. I mean, looking at what MVP did to Holland and the fight to Ian Gary, like I think I'm going to pick MVP. But if Shara is able to take MVP down, hmm, 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 that would be a completely different fight. But MVP, come on, man, MVP, let's get this done. I see MVP winning this fight, winning a decision. I see him being too light on the feet for Shara, not being there when Shara throws strikes, trying to hit him. I see him darting in and out. Hell, I see him even landing crazy. I mean, Shara basically has one and a half eye right now. I don't even know if that half of the eye is even valid, but like MVP is really fast. And I feel it's only going to be faster for these middleweights. That's just what I feel. I pick MVP. MVP is winning this fight. He's winning a decision. Yeah, that's just what I feel. MVP is going to be too much for this guy. Shara is my man, but I just have to pick MVP. I mean, logically, you would pick MVP if you go through everything yourself. The only reason why you might want to pick Shara is because of the factor of unpredictability. He might land a crazy ass strike, but uh, that's not enough reason for me to pick Shara. That's not enough reason. Yeah, looking at their last opponents, the quality of opponents. Don't get me wrong, MVP has fought a lot of cons though, but yeah, Shara has fought good guys, but I don't think he has fought anyone like what's his name, Kelvin Holland or my guy Ian Gary. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with MVP. MVP wins this fight all day, every day. Moving on to the main event, Israel Adesanya. And me, my boy, my man, let's go. Versus Nasiruddin IMAVOV. Okay, to be honest, there are people picking Adesanya like this is just a one-sided fight. I don't think so. I think this would be a tough fight for Adesanya. I see this fight going 5 rounds, to be honest. This is going to be a tough fight for Adesanya. Because Imavov is actually a very good striker. Not as good as Adesanya, but good enough to hang with someone like Adesanya. In the sense that this guy was able to go blow for blow with Strickland, and we saw Strickland dominate Adesanya in the striking. The thing about, I think that's the same problem I have with Charno Magomedov. Adesanya is predominantly a kicker, so once you take his kicks out, like once you're able to pressure him and keep that distance, you take those kicks out, they're not really going to have that much effect. And I think Michael Venom Page and Shara is either is going to be away from the kicks or it's going to be completely in where the kicks can land and he's landing punches on Shara. So That's the thing about kickers here. They really have this. I mean, their game, they can really get their game going on the outside. But don't get me wrong, we saw good pocket boxing from Adesanya against Pereira. And I think that's mostly because Pereira keeps his hand low. So Adesanya was able to see more strikes to land on him. But I don't know, Nasruddin has very good boxing. And Nasruddin keeps his hand low too. Nasruddin has good boxing and his kick game is decent too, though. So and plus he's also a very good grappler. I mean, his fight with Brandon Allen, though, trust me, that was a very good showcasing of his grappling. I think I'm going to go with Nasruddin Imavov. Fuck it, I said it. I know I can't believe I'm going against Adesanya, man. Now my guy be this, so I won't do dirty. But oh boy, Nasruddin is winning this fight. I see Nasruddin Imavov being hungry. I think he knows what is at stake in this fight. He knows if he doesn't win, he's not going to be a good spot in a good sorry. He knows if he doesn't win, he's not going to be in a good spot. And if he wins, he's definitely in a title picture right now. This is basically like a title eliminator bout right now, if you ask me. If Adesanya wins this fight, trust me, he's fighting whoever wins between Duplessis and Strickland in the rematch. If Adesanya wins this fight, he's getting that next title shot, trust me. And Adesanya knowing that, well, he's been the champion. He's been a two-time champion in the UFC. I mean, he's been a champion outside the UFC. So I don't think Adesanya is going to. I don't think that hunger is going to be there. Nasruddin Imavov, I feel he knows what is at stake right now. So I feel he's going to come in super hungry. Like he's going to be charging in with all the guns. Like Nasruddin, man, don't prove me wrong. You're the freaking underdog, man. As in, like, I think what I'm trying to do right now, yeah, I'm trying to go with a lot of underdogs. Like, I hate it when people just discredit the underdog sometimes, like, trust me, I do that, so I do that a lot, but I think because I like Nasruddin also, that's why I'm trying to pick him, yeah. And plus, it'll be a good win for the French. The French really need this right now, if you ask me, so. Yeah, I'm going to go with Nasruddin Imavov. Yeah, Nasruddin Imavov winning this fight, probably winning a decision. I see him probably doing enough to win the early two rounds, but Adesanya is deadly too in the early rounds, so he can be extremely fast in the early rounds. No, shit. My pick keeps on falling apart. It keeps on falling apart too. They fall apart. Ah, the early rounds Adesanya is too fast. The later rounds his cardio holds up. And Adesanya has the experience and knowledge to win a decision. Maybe Adesanya might not get a knockout, but Adesanya may be smart enough to know what to do to win that decision. But the thing is, Adesanya he doesn't have grappling. Not like he doesn't really. I mean, we've seen him on the mat a couple of times, stuffing some takedowns, but Adesanya doesn't have grappling. And Asidin Imavov does. That's my problem right now. So, am I going to favor the one with the grappling edge? Or am I going to favor the one with the knowledge, IQ, and experience in the striking and championship rounds? I just had more credit to give to Adesanya, so I think I'm picking Adesanya. Fuck, man. Fuck my underdog speech. I just said I'm going with the underdog, and now I'm going against the underdog. Adesanya wins this fight. I'm tired of thinking about this. It's been keeping me up all night. Adesanya wins this fight. That's all I have to say, man. I think he's just going to know what to do against Imavov. But Imavov is athletic too, though. He's like kind of he doesn't. I know he doesn't really have that power, but he's got that speed. He's got like he knows what to do, and I feel him fighting 5 times last year like that is going to play a lot into this fight. Like it's going to be a serious thing to take into consideration. But Adesanya, fuck it, let's go, bro. I don't pick you. Don't let me down. I be a heart of a lion. Let's go. Now so, Omopa, son of the soil. Adesanya, we run this Nigeria #1. Let's get back to the belt. Although I don't see him getting back to the belt, but yeah, I feel Adesanya will win this fight. Adesanya, come game, man. All those footage you've been showing us online of your training may not be say they use us wash. Abeg, come and fight. Come and fight. These are my picks for the card. Like and subscribe. See you guys after the event. Have a nice day. Get ready for the fights and make sure you train. Goodbye.